Morning, Marty. See, Marty.
Good morning. What's going on, man?
Good morning, nation. It is a Wednesday hump day, rest and recovery day. It's Where in the World Wednesdays. It is See Marty Fit. Keith Bell is here in the morning. Aria Lighty is joining us this morning. We had a little confusion, See Marty. I know Aria was supposed to be here last week. Had a little confusion on the dates. She's going to join us today. But I didn't know if she was joining us, so I had made some shuffles to the lineup for today. But I got an awesome note from her that she's going to join us today. So we're going to
you stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Oh, I like that.
That's the accountability check-in. No, I'm playing.
I like that. Yeah, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's good.
Yeah,
that's awesome. How are you today?
I'm good, man. Good, man. Busy morning.
Yeah,
doing well. Got my coffee.
I see that. Yeah. Are you a black coffee guy? Are you cream and sugar, or what are you at?
Black coffee. Yeah.
Talk about the power of coffee, man.
I mean, it has a lot of benefits. Not only is it like, I guess it's an acquired taste. Once you get past the bland or not fun taste.
Yeah.
I feel like I perform well with coffee. It helps your metabolism. It just gets me going, man. I'm a big coffee guy.
Yeah, you and me both. I never drank coffee until I met Lauren.
Till Lauren, yeah, he told me.
Yeah. She came over one night. She's like, "Where's the coffee machine?" I'm like, "Guess we're going to Ukrainian Tire to buy a coffee machine."
Yeah. That's a good woman right there.
That's a great woman right there.
That's a great woman right there.
That's exactly it. Yeah. And I did not go right to cream or sugar. I've had coffee with the cream and sugars and everything. And sure, it tastes like a dessert, but I went straight to black coffee and I have not deviated from that. And I need my 2-3 cups every morning, man.
Yeah. At this point, I can't even deal with that sweet taste.
No.
It doesn't really, I don't like it. My mouth feels weird. I feel sluggish. I just don't like it. I'm good. I could do straight black coffee and I'm good to go.
Yeah. I find it, this is actually a great topic to start the morning because we so easily, let's bring Aria Lighty in from the middle of the night in Hawaii.
Hello.
Good morning.
I did it.
You did it. Aria Lighty, show the up media joining us here from Hawaii.
Yes, Honolulu in the house, 2 a.m.
Keith, you not cussing today?
Show the fuck up media.
There we go.
Aria, I owe you an apology right off the bat. My fault on the confusion here. I know we were in for last week and the dates were shuffling, but I saw that maybe we were canceled this morning. So I needed to be prepared. And actually, as Marty reminded me, would you say, Marty, if you're always ready, you never have to get prepared.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
There we go.
There you go. So I just made some adjustments. So no, wasn't trying to diss Steve because here's what I have. I got to show this one off because check this out. We were ready. We were ready for you. We absolutely were ready for you. We were 100% ready for you.
We were definitely ready.
We were all ready for you, but then I didn't know so then I had a backup plan, which was see Marty and Keith. We're going to dig into 10 of the top strangest American towns.
That freaked me out because I was like, I've never even been anywhere. I have no knowledge of this. What am I gonna share? I went to like Salem one time, but
That's it. So what we're really here to talk about is to talk about you. We love having great human beings through the lab here. And I know that Nicole's had the privilege of sitting down with you a number of weeks ago or a number of months ago on the Bubbles and Biz podcast with Nicole. And she's like, got to talk to Aria. She's the networking queen. Maybe she'll show up here in the middle of the night from Hawaii. So we knocked on your door and we were very fortunate and grateful to have your presence here this morning. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I would do anything for Nicole, and now anything for you guys.
Spectacular. So, Aria, what is Show the Media?
Show the Media is a media company. I switched to a media model. I've been a visibility strategist and the networking queen for an entrepreneur for 20 years, but really focusing on visibility strategy and networking for about 12. And it's just bringing all of the opportunities to more BIPOC and queer folks so that we can take more stages and we can enter more rooms and we can be on more media platforms and not have to change who we are when we are showing up and being able to be in our fullest expression. So I took a lot of the skills that I have from being a visibility strategist and made it into more accessible, again, a media model. So there's a lot of like free resources and accessible, affordable resources. So the visibility isn't limited to the people that can pay the tens of thousands of dollars to work one-on-one with a strategist.
Oh, this is spectacular.
I like that.
See, Marty?
I see that you also help build communities, and I wanted to ask you, what's the power of having like membership with your business? I saw that on your LinkedIn page as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of the focus for memberships is obviously to have the residual income and to be able to build that but for me to be able to have communities is to really be able to create that cult following, the people that are going to be a part of the culture and really show up to all of the different things. My past business was called the Mob Nation. I sold that in 2022. But before that, we put together 10,000 members. We were having events nationwide, 30 events per month before COVID happened all across the nation. Yeah, with different leaders and stuff. But it was really about creating this culture and this microeconomy of mom-owned businesses and being able to control this concept and this idea that like we're keeping referrals within the network, we're going to be able to pass money back and forth, and through that we were able to save a lot of businesses in that really crucial time of 2020 and 2021, passing millions of dollars throughout those years to the members. So for me, obviously, like I recommend a lot of my clients have memberships because it does have that residual income and does build that culture of what you're trying to create. But also it's important for me to be able to build that community so people know that they can have a space to go and that they aren't alone in their entrepreneurship journey and that they can find people and be able to support the people that actually align with their values and what they want to bring in for their businesses.
So how important is personal branding for that when it comes to building that community?
For personal branding, the brand is what I think a lot of people think of like brand as like aesthetics, right? But in a community setting, it's how you want people to feel, what you want them to accomplish in the space. When they hear that community, what do they think of? That's really what branding is for me in terms of building relationships. It's like, how do you want people to feel when they're in that space with you? So
I like that you've coined yourself and I've never heard this term before, Aria. So I've learned something this morning, but I like this idea of a visibility strategist.
Thank you. I thought I made that word up. Do you ever think that you make something up and then all of a sudden it's everywhere?
Now it's a thing.
Yeah, I never heard it before either. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even that creative.
I haven't heard that before. So and the way you explain it to me, so you're helping people. So who's the community you're helping again? Can you specify that?
I'm working specifically with BIPOC and queer folk and the people that have been largely underrepresented in media and on podcasts and on stages, and people that are really disruptors. So people that are not just regurgitating the same business stuff over and over on Instagram, but the people that are true thought leaders and want to disrupt their industries and push against the status quo. So a visibility strategist for me, the reason that I thought I made up that title was it goes beyond just the traditional PR. Visibility to me is also very aligned to collaborations. And again, intentional networking is like a good visibility strategy begins and ends with intentional networking and knowing what rooms you need to be in and what relationships that you need to build. So to me, like PR strategist and stuff didn't really fit because it was something so much more like a holistic approach to really making sure that your brand is actually visible.
So I'm a big fan. Because I'm quite curious right now. So you've identified now. Did you identify the community, Aria, or did the community identify you? You said the queer and BIPOC community. So were you like, wait a minute, this community is underrepresented, I can help? or did you notice it was underrepresented and they said, hey, Aria, can you help? Because I love that. I love this. I love that you're saying, wait a minute, there's a community of folks that have a message to communicate, have a message to speak, and it's not PR. It's about increasing visibility. It's about increasing the spaces that they can feel safe in and communicating their message. How did you end up as the conduit of that, Aria? I'm fascinated by this.
I think just the years of building the community and meeting so many people and really connecting and with my own community. I'm Kanaka, I'm Native Hawaiian, and just knowing the different barriers on what we think, who we think deserves to take the stages and what we think we have to be in order to show up into those spaces. And so I think that in the past couple of years, I've really focused a lot more this is who I'm specifically serving. This is who I want to, again, take those stages and enter those rooms. It's really been important to me because I just feel like the way that I approach things, it's not just, okay, we're going to get you visible. It's also knowing the mindset on why the community that I serve doesn't want to be visible in the first place, or why they think they're not worthy of it, or the different things. You can't just say, go get out of your comfort zone. It won't kill you, when actually it has killed a lot of people.
Yes.
To speak our minds to, again, I'm Native Hawaiian. My tutu wasn't even allowed to speak her own language in her own homeland. So there's a lot of cultural, ancestral, societal stories and wounds that we're carrying around. So I think it's important to meet people where they're at and understand why it might be a little bit harder for some people, even to just make an Instagram post, or why am I so anxious over just speaking my mind on this quick little Canva tile. And I'm we have to really dig deep to understand what stories you've been carrying around all these years.
Yeah. Marty?
Now, I was going to say, I like that, because it's now you're almost irrelevant if you don't have that social media presence. And so it's super important to get people to post on Instagram, to open up and post their story. Not only to benefit themselves, but they might be helping someone in there, a potential client, or someone who's trying to do what they're trying to do. So I just wanted to piggyback off of what you said there. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to say that social media isn't the only visibility strategy. It's not even in my top 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. I don't really love it, especially since we've got away from the actual social aspect of it. Not all of us were meant to be content creators. A lot of us are thought leaders, have things to say, have a world to change, but aren't great at creating that form of content. So that's why it's so important to have a visibility strategy that's unique to you, so that you are able to bring something in the way that you're able to talk about your magic. So it might be just intentional networking. It might be, I have clients that haven't posted on Instagram in months, but are getting tons of visibility through shows like this, or podcasts, or morning shows, or whatever it is.
I like that.
So your role is really sitting down with your client and understanding where their message needs to be, and then strategically aligning that message with the vision and the visibility and getting them in front of that spot.
Yes. Yeah. Because a one size fits all strategy doesn't work for anybody. And it leaves a lot of people feeling like they're doing something wrong. Why am I spiraling on these platforms and it's not working out for me? Or why is this not getting me in front of the right people? You could be in front of an audience of 1 million people, but if they're not your ideal clients or collaborators, what was the point? I think a lot of people, when they think PR, they're oh, I want to be on the Today Show. It's your clients aren't watching the Today Show. Your clients don't even have cable. What are you?
Yes.
Not how they're consuming information. So they've taken the vanity metrics of social media and applied it to PR to be the vanity metrics of what they think the best shows for them or best platforms for them would be.
That's right. That's right. Aria Lighty, you've been kind enough to join us here in the middle of the night from Hawaii. It is 2:15 a.m. I suspect and I know you stayed up for us. I don't think you're getting up for tomorrow yet. I want to be respectful of your time. I know you clocked in for 15. We got a good snapshot on Aria Lighty and what you do and how you're moving the needle for your community. I love the work that you're doing. I think actually, see Marty, I think you're undervaluing yourself, Aria. That's I think we got to shine the light on you, because I think you're having a bigger impact on your community and the world you're living in than perhaps you recognize. So I want to congratulate you for that.
Thank you you so much. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I just learned a lot in that 15 minutes. Not gonna lie.
So did I. 100%. I did not expect that at all. So Aria, we're gonna roll into our accountability check, and I'm not expecting you able to stay for the hour. You're more than welcome to stay. We got a number of topics to talk about today. We're gonna get into some of the crazy towns in America. We have a conversational piece around the number one simple habit for longevity. We're going to tick into that a little bit later on in the hour. So you're more than welcome to stick around. If you want to grab a coffee and stick around with us, or if you got to rock and roll, I understand that as well. So I know that
I got one more question for you, Aria.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry. So what you talked about the previous business you had. So what other steps did you have to take to become a visibility strategist? What because I'm curious, and then just for anyone else who's watching, they might want to follow your footsteps.
Great question.
Yeah. For me, I had the community and we had 10,000 members and we were getting a lot of press. And I feel like my superpower is collaborations and being able to plug people into the right things. So it all happened very organically. And I actually just only started out with pick my brain sessions where people would be like, hey, how'd you do this? And I'd be like, there's a link to pick my brain. Go ahead and you can get into an hour session. And it just over the years, just hearing the same questions over and over again, trying to solve the same problems for a lot of people. And then it turned into wow, I could create a mastermind around this, or I could create some one-on-one offers and I could really help people. And it was one of those things where you don't even realize that's what your superpower is until people are like, take all my money and show me how you're getting all of this press. And I'm like, it's really easy. Like I've networked with these people. So it's a text away or an email away to be like, hey, you should have my client on your show.
Yep. Cool.
So
I like it.
In many ways, it happens serendipitously.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like there's not a lot of, if you want to be a visibility strategist, I would say that you just figure out what visibility means to you and make sure that you're not trying to figure out what the rest of the industry is doing, because a lot of it is very outdated practices and a lot of platforms or methods that are going to be completely done in the next couple of years, and really start thinking what different rooms, what different techniques that you can do, what out of the box ideas that you can provide for people to make sure that you are getting them in front of the right people and opening the right doors for them.
It's exceptional. Congratulations, Aria. It's interesting to me that you're working through it serendipitously. You're having conversations with folks, and then it's like, oh, opportunity here. I'm helping people knocking on my door. And next thing I'm thinking, one opportunity leads to a wallet opening, which leads to an invoice going out, which leads to, I'm making some money at this. I got a business happening here.
Yes. Yeah. And I will say that a lot of people, because I have done brand strategy, and a lot of times when people come to me for visibility, we look into their whole brand and I'm like, this isn't what you want to be doing. A lot of people don't even realize what their bread and butter, what their gold and magic is, because they're so in it. Like today, a client, he's a lawyer and he's talking about all these different offers that he wants to have, but really his magic is that he helps other lawyers make very equitable, safe spaces for their clients and create offers that make people that would normally not think that law is for them in their business yet. He makes it very safe and accessible and approachable. And so I'm like, this is what you need to be doing, is teaching other lawyers your revolutionary approach. Plus there's way more money in it. Plus you're going to see way more impact. And he's like, I didn't even think that was something that I could do. I didn't think I was ready for that or whatever. But I'm like, you're doing it. Look at your proof of concept right here. Look how you're making people feel. So I think that a lot of people are just missing on their magic, and it's right under their nose and everyone else can see it. So ask people what do you think my superpowers are? What's magical about me? What is the unique about the way that I approach my business or my industry that I might not be seeing?
I love that. What do you think your superpowers are? And we have entrepreneurs tuning in this morning. We have people that are getting their day going, thinking, oh, I wish I was an entrepreneur. I wish I can go start my own business, or I want to go start my own business, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And often it's talking to a friend or a colleague and saying, hey, what do you think my superpower is?
Absolutely. Yeah. And start messy. Start with what you have. You don't need to have another course. You don't need to go to school again. You don't need to go pay a bunch for a logo. Like, start with what you have now, go create something around with the resources and knowledge that you have right now, and you can grow in front of your audience, in front of your community, and you're going to learn so much more about how you can apply all of that than you would taking another masterclass.
It's exceptional, Aria. Like, great advice this morning, Aria. Great advice this morning. And this is a good pivot, see Marty fit, to our accountability check-in. Aria, at this time in the morning, usually around the 16-minute mark, we place a conversational topic to have Business Athlete Nation consider and think about. And we are focused on a morning show for people getting up in North America and getting their day started. And in my experience, it's often the hardest thing to do. You're hitting the snooze button. You're asking yourself what you're doing today. It's Wednesday. I don't want to do much today. So
I hit snooze today too.
Oh,
yeah. I'm not a snooze guy, but I hit snooze today. Yeah.
Revelations here in the lab here from Steve Marty Fit, Aria Lighty. I never thought I'd hear that from this young man, actually.
Hey, I'm human. I'm human.
Line today.
So, Aria, it's May 15th. We have the admission that C Marty Fit actually hits the snooze button.
He's human, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, show's over. C Marty Fit hits the snooze button. And Aria Lighty joined us in the middle of the night. All right, I'm going to work now. See you guys. But anyways, we like to tune in at this point in the show just to get people thinking about something, Aria. And you said something, and it's Marty, I love how magical things happen serendipitously when I have something planned and the client says something and it just weaves itself into it.
Yeah.
And Aria, you said something at the beginning of the show. You said, not everybody's a content creator. Not everybody has something to say. Not everybody has content to post. And I would not argue with you, but I would suggest that maybe we do, but maybe we don't know. Let me offer something. So I think many of us, most of us, all of us at the end of the day are creators. To what level, to what extent is really up to all of us, right? I think the number one struggle, and Marty and I have talked about this before, Aria, and I'm going to suspect perhaps people in your community, the number one struggle for today's accountability check-in is content ideas. What am I going to talk about? What do I post about? What does my audience want to hear from me? And I think often, Aria, see Marty, we overcomplicate it. We do. And I got to tell you, I have recognized that my daily interactions, and Marty, you and I have been talking about this, Aria, in the last couple of months, I've weaved otter.ai into my workflow. And so Otter is a conversational, it just transcribes my notes, all my conversations. But what I'm finding is that those daily interactions, those daily conversations, they're gold.
Yes.
They're gold.
Yeah.
Right. So like our conversation this morning today, I can already think of some topics of content I could create around conversation. I'm sure C Marty is as well. So really what I'm going to offer up to Nation to think about today is the daily interactions that you're having with your customers, with your colleagues, with your family. That's gold. Every question, every comment, any conversation are all endless sources of valuable, entertaining content. They really are. And I use my interactions for content. I take notes of my interactions. I track questions, comments. I pay special attention to moments that make me go, huh? Like even just the fun this morning with Marty hitting snooze, right? An innocuous moment like that, but there's some content within that moment, right? Because
come on, Keith. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Months of content.
That was petty. That was so petty.
No, Marty, you're overcomplicating it, man. Marty's like, no, I hit the snooze button, Bill. It's not content. No, it's content. It's content. There's people going, nah, see, Marty doesn't snooze. He does snooze, folks. Overcomplicating it.
Sometimes.
Anyways, the point is for today's accountability check-in, Nation, is that your daily interactions, they're gold mines. They really are. And I would encourage you to use them and not get struggle on overcomplicating the content you want to produce. Aria, see Marty?
My bad. Aria said something else too. She said when you figure out what your superpower is, that makes it easier to post your content too, or come up with content ideas.
Yes.
In my opinion, I know some people still struggle, but that was just my opinion.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Social media is meant to be social. That's what it was created for. So I think a lot of people have been getting away from that, but people want to know you. So it doesn't always have to be this like beautiful Canva graphic, like behind the scenes insights on what it is that you're doing, just like funny things that have popped in throughout the day. Like it actually is content for you to be like, I hit snooze today. That's going to be what starts those types of conversations and engagement with people where they're like, damn, I didn't even think you did that. And then you can start having that like repertoire and building those like actual intentional relationships. So don't think that it always has to be this like grandiose thing that is this like beautifully laid out Canva graphic and stuff. Like it can just be the moments where you're actually creating social engagements with your community, and it has to be.
It's a really wonderful way to state that, Aria, because I can see the hook, right? I snoozed today.
Yeah.
Picture C. Marty. He's Jack. He's a fit person. Humans would look at C. Marty and think he doesn't snooze, because yet that topic is so relatable to every human being in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we talk on the show about being accountable and hitting our goals. Yet the leader of that conversation is like, oh, I hit snooze today. So I'm glad how we've worked this into the topic, because it doesn't overcomplicate content, does it?
No.
I agree.
It doesn't overcomplicate it at all. So there's today's accountability check-in. Don't overcomplicate your content. Find every pause, every every question, every conversation you have with your friends and say, hey, there's something there. Because if your friends are finding your content interesting during your conversation, you're more than likely going to find an audience that's also interested in it as well. All right, so we're coming up to the bottom of our half an hour. Aria Lighty's hanging out with us this morning. So grateful, Aria, that you're here this morning. I'm excited about the work that you're doing. I love the fact that, again, as Marty said, learning this morning about being a visibility strategist in very specific community. But why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick 1-minute coffee break? Marty, if you want to go retop your coffee. Aria, if you want to go grab a pop. If you want to stick around, if you want to exit, that's cool. When we come back, I have a 2-minute video which breaks down some conversation topics for us around the top 10 strangest American small towns. And I'm curious, Ari, if you can stick around, if you've been to any of these. Marty, if you've been to any of these, if I've been to any of these. But why don't we take a quick break? Why don't we come back and we'll dig into this and watch this quick little 2-minute video and have a conversation around the 10 most bizarre American small towns. Because Ari and C. Marty, my ambition here in the morning is not only to engage with these towns, but find incredible human beings from these communities and weave them into the show and shine the light on these humans and these communities. All right, how's that sound, guys? Let's do it. Let's stick around for a minute, and we'll come back in 1 minute, dig into the top 10 American small towns across the United States. So I'm going to, I think I took my 1-minute ticker off the screen, but anyways, that's good. We're back in 1 minute, nation. Ari, can you stick around?
I need to go to bed. I don't have it in me. I'm sorry.
That's all good. So listen,
okay, get some rest.
We're going to say goodnight to Aria Lighty. Very gracious that you're able to join us this morning. Thank you
for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. I would say I'll do it again, but I don't think I'll ever stay up till 2 a.m. again.
Especially for us. That's very kind of you. So here's what we're going to do.
We appreciate it.
We're going to chop up the conversation from this morning. We're going to put it up on LinkedIn, tag you in it. So when you get up tomorrow, is it Wednesday today for you? No, it's what day is it for you?
It'll be Wednesday morning for her.
Yeah.
When you get up in the future, we're going to have content for you in the future for you to engage with.
The gift that keeps on giving.
The guest that keeps on giving. Exactly. All right, Aria. Thank you for joining myself and C. Marty Fit this morning. Go have an awesome day. Go to bed. And congratulations on all the awesome work you're doing as a visibility strategist. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right,
take care. Bye, Aria. Great.
Bye.
That's cool, man.
She's a beast.
She's a beast. And she joins us in the middle of the night from Hawaii. Honest to God, I am I'm thinking, who's Keith Billis? Who's C. Marty Fit? And yet this female.
Who are these goofballs? Let me stay up till 2 a.m. for some goofballs. Who are these guys?
But it's true though.
It is true.
I'm blown away by this, right? Nicole, awesome. Nicole, thank you so much. Tapping the heart here for
Nicole.
Yeah, for introducing us to Ari and the fact that she, not that I was going to doubt her commitment, but dude, just know you and I from Adam. And she's like, yeah, I'm staying up till 2 a.m. I got a message I want to get out. And I want to communicate this to nation. So that's awesome. Spectacular.
Absolutely.
So cool. All right, let's take a quick break, Marty, and then we'll come back and we're going to throw in this 10 top American small towns. I haven't watched this video yet. I know you haven't, but why don't we do this? I'll throw this on right now. We'll grab coffee. We'll come back. We'll talk about it. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Hang tight here. I'm going to do this here. Boom. There we go. See Marty Fitz. Man, there was. Did you see some of those places?
Yeah, it looks like it's not a fun place to live.
So one of them was Gibtown. 15,000 carnival workers live in the town.
It's crazy.
And what's up with the place in Florida? I gotta find this, man. What's up with the place in Florida that has 76,000 seniors with STDs?
It's insane. That's like a thing though in nursing homes and stuff, man. It's crazy when you think about it.
I'm somewhat fascinated by this. Like, I did not know if this actually was a thing, but like,
Yeah,
when you look at this statement right here, dude, the Village is known as Florida's friendliest retirement hometown, 34 golf courses, the population of roughly 70,000, has one of the highest STD rates in the country. Now,
crazy.
No judgment on that, just full of grace. I'm just assuming, C. Marty, that if you fall into that bucket, you're making your way to Florida because you feel safe.
It's a lot of people go there for retirement, but I don't. That's hard to explain. That's a hard one to explain.
And then what about this one? So this one's fascinating to me too. So look at this one here. Gibson Town, Florida. I think
Florida's crazy, man. They have a lot of crazy stuff going on in Florida. Florida's always in the news for something crazy. So I'm actually not shocked by that.
I love how my friends tuning in this morning from the state of Florida. See Marty
down there. No, I'm playing. Stay in Florida.
So look at this though. Gibson Town, Florida, also known as Gibtown. Nearly 15,000 carnival workers live in Gibtown. And get this. A dwarf used to be Gibtown's police chief, while its fire chief was an 8-foot tall giant. Now, again,
it's like a cartoon.
No judgment, all grace. I can only imagine what it would be like driving through and living in Gibtown, where you don't know what you're going to see when you go around the next corner. So these are your top 10 American strangest small towns. And then look at this one in Whittier, Alaska. 214 people, Marty. They all live in the same building.
Same building. And the building has a grocery store.
Own grocery store, own post office, a health center, a church, and a playground in Whittier, Alaska. So I'm suspecting that no drama in Whittier, Alaska.
No, it's probably like one big family.
So there you have it, the 10 top strangest American small towns in America. What I want to find, you know what I want to do? I want to find some humans in these communities and bring them onto the show. They're good. They must be on LinkedIn. I guarantee you we will find some people in Gibtown, Florida on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And I think we
I'm sure they got some interesting stories too.
Oh, I'm sure they do, 100%. So there's your top 10 American small towns, strangest small towns across America, digging into this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and friends and C. Marty Fit. Hey, so before we get into Creator Spotlight, and tomorrow we're going to do some Krasky Creator Rankings. Yeah, we're going to make it a Thursday thing. I know John dropped a bunch earlier this week. I think the kindest creators. So tomorrow we're going to talk about that. Friday, we have Audacious Goal Fridays. So those that are listening right now that have an audacious goal, bring it to the lab Friday morning, announce it. We'll hold you accountable to it. We'll track it. We'll help you achieve that goal. Danny Delvecchio is joining us in the lab on Friday morning as well, which I'm excited about that. And tomorrow morning, I think we also have a guest tomorrow morning too, C. Marty, to talk about Krasky's Creator Rankings. And I know the plan is to have John shop in tomorrow morning as well. But Thursday, we got Ty Hoskin. Ty is my author, not an author, joining us tomorrow. So we got Ty Hoskin joining us tomorrow morning. He's the guy that joked about authoring. But we'll get into our Creator Spotlight here in a quick moment. But before we do that, C. Marty, what's the number one mistake everybody makes with chicken on the grill?
No idea. The number one mistake?
Yeah. What do you think it is? Yeah, I know you're a grill master.
I honestly, I have no idea. No idea. Is it chicken related or is it grill related?
Yeah, it would be chicken related.
Actually, chicken related. Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea. They don't cook it long enough. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Go with that.
For the best results, you should always grill your chicken with the lid closed.
Oh, Okay.
Hey, man,
I can.
simple.
Yeah, that was simple. I mean, I thought it was gonna be more complex than that.
But it's funny because often we overthink things,
Yeah.
right? The reality is get your Q up to the right temperature, get the chicken on the grill, and close the lid and let it cook.
Keep the moisture in there too.
That's it. And don't flip it too many times. Flip it too many times, the moisture dripping out. So this morning, when you're thinking about your dinner today, don't be overcooking your chicken. You're going to have dry chicken, and there's nothing more and less enjoyable than dry chicken.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got? You got something on the topic here before you flip the creator spotlight?
No, I didn't have anything today. And get your protein in with the chicken. Chicken's one of the best sources of protein. We talked about that the other day as well. So
yes,
get your chicken in.
I crushed some eggs.
Memorial Day weekend, grill some chicken.
It's true. Yeah. Do you ever find yourself having, whether it's like, how can I explain this? Like maybe like a chicken sandwich or an egg sandwich with like chicken fingers, or like eggs and chicken at the same time?
Oh, I don't eat eggs, but I can imagine.
I struggle with that.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like you're eating yourself.
What do you mean? Where's the corny joke?
It's not the corny joke. It's not the corny dad joke, see, Marty Fit. I struggle in my own head with a plate of chicken fingers and a plate of and some eggs that it's come the same animal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I never thought about that.
Maybe it's my own thing.
Yeah, I think that's your own thing. Yeah, I never thought about that.
I have my own issue with eating chickens and eating eggs at the same time. Well, yeah, but the egg came from the chicken. Is the chicken first? The eggs first? What is it? How does it all work?
Never thought about that ever.
It must be my skull. All right, okay, listen, let's do Creator Spotlight. Creator Spotlight this morning. I'm going to go back to where we started the show today. And my intention was to do this, but then I was switching intentions as the morning was going because I didn't know where it was going to go with our plans with our guest. But I am going to reshine the light, see Marty Fit, for our Creator Spotlight today.
Reshine. Uh-oh.
On Aria.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Aria Lighty, who joined us earlier this morning from Show the Up Media. She is a visibility and community strategist. And she joined us this morning as I'm going to use the words of Marty, an apprehensive creator. And I'm not suggesting she's apprehensive, but she's like, not everybody's a creator. Not everybody's a great creator. And I'm not suggesting she's not a great creator. I'm suggesting she's an excellent, awesome creator. She is providing great value to her audience. She's all about increasing visibility for her community. I invite you, if you're looking to get in front of your right audience, I think she talked very much, Marty, about the queer BIPOC community, right? Mm-hmm. So if you fall within that bucket and you're looking to get your message out to the right community of people, if you're looking to get it in front of the right humans and speak confidently, it's clear to me that Aria Lighty is somebody you want on your team. See, Marty?
Yeah, and like I said earlier, we learned a lot from her in that 15 minutes. So I can only imagine the value she's actually providing.
Yes.
And if you're one of her clients.
Yes.
So she seems like she's really a beast. Like she knows her stuff.
And she comes from a good place, nation. So if you're looking for somebody to assist you with getting your message into the right space, the right visibility, and as Aria talked about, it's not just about getting PR. It's not just about creating PR for the sake of talking. It's about getting your message in front of the right audience and having that right message in front of the right audience. So Aria Lighty will do that for you. The networking queen, CEO of HBIC and Show the Up Media, Aria Lighty. She is our creator spotlight this morning. And we were fortunate to have her join us in the lab this morning for an incredible conversation on what she does. Public speaking, business consulting, public relations, strategic planning, and marketing strategy. So Aria, thank you for coming to the lab this morning and congratulations for your appearance in today's morning creator spotlight. All right, see Marty, we're working towards the back quarter of our show. What do we got here for a comment? Yes, Angela Lee. Yeah, the problem with the chicken is that you didn't choose the steak. Oh,
I like that.
I went to school with Ange.
Okay. Yeah, Ange is on the right. She has the right mind right now. I like that.
Yeah. Are you a red meat guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't crush as much steak as I used to. I used to. I think I had an overboard on steak for a while there. So
It's not every day, every week. It's not even every week. But when I get the chance, I'm crushing some steak for sure.
So
Absolutely.
I certainly enjoy crushing a good burger.
I enjoyed that too.
We talked about Five Guy burgers, man. I just love crushing a good burger.
Man, they're so good.
It's just before 8:47 in Eastern time zone and 7:47 here in Central time zone. I think I'm craving burgers at this point of the show.
I stay away from those French fries at Five Guys though, man. They give you too many. You ask for a small fry. There's stuff in the bag. Stuff in the bag. I don't need this much.
But they're good though, aren't they?
They're so good. And
they're good.
You feel bad. You feel bad throwing them away. And it's like, I gotta eat them. I gotta eat them.
But you know what, see, Marty? That is a wonderful lesson that a lot of businesses could learn from and I use the analogy of cutting the extra potato. So let me explain to you. So that extra potato takes maybe an extra minute, but the value you receive as the consumer when you look in your bag or you look in your plate and you got all these extra fries, you're like, wow, you're blown away by that extra potato. So my point is that extra potato, which might cost you 50 cents, and maybe you got to cut it up, it takes you an extra $1 to cut that extra potato. The value your consumer is getting in return, exceptional. Like, how many happy people leave Five Guys because they threw the extra handful of fries in the bag?
Thousands. And now they associate that with Five Guys. Like, I'm going to get extra fries if I go
there. It's true. It's absolutely true.
I shouldn't be encouraging this. No, I'm playing.
That's it. All right. So we are going to go to our last topic of the day today. And this one here, see, Marty, is the key to longevity is one simple habit, and it's not a workout or a fad. And I like these topics to bring them into the show here because I find that they're great. They're great pieces for us to dig into. They're great for us to hang on to. People get curious about this stuff. And what do you think this one is?
The key to longevity.
Yeah. And you're going to love this one, my friend. My fitness trainer friend, my coach, my guy who talks to humans all the time about this kind of thing. You are going to love this. You can literally cut your chances of dying by over 24%, according to new data, if you do this simple habit on a daily basis. According to...
go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. What were you thinking?
I was asking maybe something to do with hydration, maybe?
Yeah. So according to Dr. Sophie Paddock from the University of East Anglia and Norfolk and Norwich University, this whole idea, if you have the choice of taking the stairs or the lift or the elevator, you got to take the stairs.
Absolutely.
Taking the stairs more often than not will increase your life.
I can see that. I use that analogy a lot when I'm talking fitness because walking up the steps is going to instantly elevate your heart rate. Almost like it's not a conditioning test, but it's a form of conditioning. So that's giving you a wake-up call.
Consider this. Dr. Paddock and her team, see, Marty, conducted a comprehensive meta-analysis reviewing 9 studies with a combined total of 480,000 participants. The study included both healthy individuals and those with a history of heart attack or peripheral arterial disease, with the ages of participants ranging from 35 to 84. And the findings were those that did not climb stairs experienced a 24% reduced risk of dying from any cause whatsoever, and an altogether more remarkable 39% more likelihood of dying from cardiovascular disease. On top of these two pretty heavyweight upsides, stair climbing was also linked to a decreased risk of heart attacks, heart failures, and strokes. So the simple thing is, park your car farther from the door. When you get to a place with elevators, escalators, and stairs, just take the stairs.
And throw out the fake handicap stickers for your car so you get a close parking spot too.
That's it too. Yes.
We don't like that.
Yes. So if you want to live longer, nation, take the stairs. It's actually, and science is suggesting that. This is not just a C. Marty, Keith Bill's BroFit thing. 480 some odd thousand participants have been studied, and those that took the stairs compares to those that did not take the stairs. Well, 24% reduced the risk of dying because they took the stairs. There you go. What do you say to that, Angela Lee, my steak-loving friend? Take the stairs.
Keith, send me that. I'm going to put that on my podcast.
I will. 100% I will. Absolutely. Yes. See, Marty, we're coming toward the end of our show today. She goes fast when we have wonderful guests like Aria Lighty joining us. What do you got going on? Your cup of coffee is done. You got a busy day. You've already trained 8,000 clients. What do you got going on today, pal?
I got some clients later. Workout. I'll be productive.
Yes.
I've got a couple of things I'm working on. Probably, I looked at some of the stuff you gave me the other day with the AI and the YouTube stuff. So I'm gonna dive into some stuff. I'll let you know how it goes.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Today in the lab, Jimmy, we do not have.
And I got my podcast tonight.
Yes, you do. Live show tonight. See Marty Fit.
Let's get it.
Some great fun stuff coming up on See Marty's channel this evening. So I would encourage Nation to join that. And hey, listen, Nation, don't take Chris so seriously all the time. Like, Christopher Martin, See Marty Fit, the guy's got a big heart and a big sense of humor. So just because he says something that might rankle you up, just know that he's having some fun with you.
Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that.
Like, honest to God, people just take stuff too seriously all the time. Right? Come on.
I'm not sure if you see my comment section on Instagram.
That's why I got some ammo.
Man. Woo.
So that's why See Marty Nation needs to join us in the morning to get the other side of See Marty Fit. The See Marty Fit that hits the snooze button every now and then. Boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
He's a human. He's a human. All right. So go follow See Marty Fit over on Instagram, LinkedIn. Come find myself on LinkedIn and all the channels as well. We're going to be back tomorrow morning today in the lab at noon. Jimmy, we got Cody Hand. Seth Yucatan's going to be back in a couple weeks. Seth was scheduled to come today, but Seth has some business, so he'll be here in a couple weeks. Cody Hand joining me today in the lab. See, Marty, Cody is a lobbyist.
That's going to be interesting.
It is, because I've never sat down with a lobbyist before, and I get gazillions of questions for a lobbyist. So some of them off the top of my head is like, why do you lobby? Who do you lobby? Who becomes a lobbyist? Who pays the bills for, like, how far can you go as a lobbyist? The kind of influence you can have on governments as a lobbyist.
Yeah.
Like just this idea of waking up going, okay, I'm going to be a lobbyist. What?
It'd be interesting to see his path, how he got to becoming a lobbyist too.
I know.
I doubt when he was a kid in kindergarten, they asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? He's like, I want to be a lobbyist.
Right? I don't think so either, right? So you're like, okay, how did you become a lobbyist? And then what do you tell your kids? Yeah, I'm a lobbyist. What do you lobby for, Dad? Hey, I'm lobbying for this.
Yeah, Dad's job is boring. We don't like it.
And then do you pivot? So as a lobbyist, sorry, Cody Hand, if you're listening right now, having some fun with you, but just throwing him under the bus. See, Marty, if you're a lobbyist, do you have no values because your lobbying is driven by who's paying you? All right, this week I'm lobbying for the legalization of this. Next week,
you're touching a different territory right now. I didn't want to go that far. I got a couple of jokes for that too, but I didn't want to go that far.
You're like, all right. So you can imagine the dinner table at Cody's house. Say, okay, family, what? Our values are out the window for the next month because we're now lobbying for that. Oh, okay, Dad.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Especially, that's a tough one. I'm gonna stay out of that one.
When I heard that I met Cody in a community a few weeks ago, and he's like, I'm a lobbyist. I'm like, who is a lobbyist and why? And what is that conversation like? So my curious brain just starts asking millions of questions. So
I'm going to tune into that one.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Seymour, let's get out of here. You have yourself a wonderful day. We'll catch up a little later. I'll get you the thumbs. I'll get you this longevity link as well. And you have yourself a great day. Go crush a steak. Nation, don't flip that chicken too much. You're going to dry the chicken out. And if you're looking for an interesting place in the U.S., you might want to go find Gibtown, Florida. See, Marty.
That's crazy.
For the dwarfs and the giants running the town. And watch where you end up in Florida if you're looking to retire, because you might go catch a cold. We're getting out of here. See Marty Fit, Keith Billets. Wow.
Keith, you're crazy, man.
Mornings in the lab with Keith, friends, and See Marty Fit. We will see you guys. We'll see you later with Cody Hand, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning. See you, Marty.
See you. Have a good one.
Cheers, brother.